All right, guys, we are back, and the game is Incineration Zone. The anticipation screen is loading.
Yes, it is. You know what? I talked to QXC earlier today.
Oh, yeah?
And he was excited. And we're going to introduce these players real quick, and then I'll tell you what he had to say. There he is in the purple from the team Complexity. It is QXC. You may have heard of him. And in the upper left part of the map, you've probably heard of this guy too, actually. In the yellow, formerly of Team Rain, currently searching for a team. It is SLush. And so, yeah, I talked to QXC. And actually, Frank talked to SLush for me here. But QXC was excited to play here. He was actually, both of these guys actually were excited to play against each other. They used to be teammates on Root way back in the day. So, and they played a lot on these maps. So they were both pretty psyched about doing this. I think QXC is a little bit better suited for this tournament. He's a very aggressive player.
Well, here's the thing, too, is that QXC, even on modern maps, is liable to just go like 4-Rax Reaper or something like that, and then just, you know, do something absurd and ridiculous. So he was really, really fun to watch on these crazy small maps back in the day. He's still an incredible player to watch, but his style should especially shine in this tournament.
Now, here's the thing. In EG Master Series #2, I think it was, way back in 2010. I think it was September of 2010. QXC actually beat SLush 3-0 on the maps Blistering Sands, Lost Temple, and Zelnaga Cavern. So these guys have history on these maps, right? So
oh God, that's
QXC especially, he has a 60% win rate versus Zerg on Lost Temple. So if he loses a game, he's probably going to pick it.
Well, he is opting with an 11-12 racks, double racks now. Not a strategy you see too often anymore because of the maps. But look at this. SLush is deciding to hatch first on Incineration Zone. And we have a double racks coming out of QXC now in a very short walk distance.
You know what, though? SLush has great unit control. If anyone can defend this, if anyone can respond appropriately, it's definitely him. SCV skirting through the bush here.
Yes. Getting past those chambers of fire as well. I don't know why people would choose to fight a war on this map.
Yep.
It just seems silly.
Not a chamber of secrets.
No.
Chambers of fire. Look at that. I love the little like lava bugs on this map. You can't select them. They're like the sheep on Dual Sight.
Yes.
But they look cool.
Yes, they do. And QXC, he's already got one Marine rallied up, starting to bring a couple more as well. There's two more SCVs pulled off of the line, so he wants to put on some bunker pressure and do it now.
A lot of drones coming off the line right now for SLush, and that's what you have to do. You have to respond aggressively to this. Otherwise, you're just going to lose the game. And here we go. First bunker going down. That SCV has taken a little bit of damage. QXC just getting it started here. Drones trying to surround that SCV, but they don't quite get it. They're going to be able to cause a cancel on that bunker, though. No problem,
Yeah, so another one's
canceled.
Another one's going to have to be started here soon. But this is still a ton of lost mining time.
Yeah, man.
Yes, an SCV may go down. Oh, it actually doesn't. And QXC has already killed off a couple of workers.
Oh no, that is a complete wall off from QXC.
Oh my God.
And there's 2 spines on the way, and also 6 Zerglings are out. But it's going to be so difficult now for SLush to deal with this. You know, I know some Zergs are worried about the ramp getting walled off, but the whole map was just walled off from SLush, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think we know why SLush did not want this map, as QXC is showing us right now.
Yeah, you know, this is really reminding me of a lot of games we saw back in the day, like some of the first MLGs and stuff. We saw QXC do this type of thing all the time. He was quite good at it. Oh, he did get a spine up.
Yes, he did.
So we'll be able to start poking away at that bunker. Second spine getting in position as well, so SLush may actually hold that off.
Holds it off, but at what cost? That good old caster cliche there. At what cost?
At what cost? What are we fighting for?
Yeah, very true. QXC actually not repairing this up, though. Continuing to reinforce with a couple more units for now, but not repairing those bunkers.
You know, nicely handled by SLush. I gotta say, really well handled. He responded exactly how you should. He got those 2 spine crawlers exactly when he should have. He has a good amount of Zerglings, but not overdoing it, really. Starting to make drones. He's able to kind of zone out, and yeah, SLush is going to be just fine here, it looks like. QXC even putting up that expansion.
And he's got to watch out. Spinecrawler's under fire, though, down to just 100 hit points. But, you know, QXC still continuing to sit there, try and do some damage, but unfortunately can't get in range of the other Spinecrawler. He's going to continue to take damage from the one on the left.
I think he might get that Spinecrawler. It takes so long to burrow. Okay, yeah, he does get the Spinecrawler. Whoops.
But does lose a couple of units in the process, and SLush actually just runs right on by.
Ooh, yes, he does. But the problem is now, SLush really can't unburrow and reburrow that spine crawler, unfortunately. It's just not going to be able to get out there. The Marines are going to be able to pop out and do a lot of damage to it. Right. And QXC with enough Marines at home. Oh, SLush!
Oh, wow.
SLush! One Zergling does get through, but might be able to scout later. We'll see.
All right. Well, another spine crawler coming up now for SLush. He is sitting on 22 workers to his opponent's 24, but of course, critically, we're going to start to have double mules here in just a bit.
Yeah.
QXC adding on a third barracks and now a factory afterwards, so pretty predictable stuff after this initial push.
Oh, look at this. That's a lot of Marines and SCVs there for QXC. Is it going to be enough? Drones coming off the line. He just ducks right back into the bunker. You know, QXC really is going to be one of the deadlier opponents in this tournament. He's a guy that's been around since the very beginning of StarCraft 2, and he's been a very good player the entire time as well. So, yeah, SLush building the right amount of spine crawlers, but QXC is one of the guys who has strategies in his brain from the time when he needed them on these maps.
And I'm really looking forward to, of course, school obligations for him are going to be done pretty soon. So if he's able to commit to the game truly full-time, 100%, no other responsibilities, it's going to be certainly fun to see what he's able to do. QXC, of course, one of the most it was always, back in like 2010, my favorite player to watch just to have fun. I knew I was always going to learn something cool and interesting from him.
Yeah, man. Used to be a very popular streamer as well. I suppose he kind of still is, but he isn't streaming as much anymore because of school and things like that. But, yeah. And he did all-kill Incredible Miracle in the GSL Team League that one time as well.
Including MVP at the end.
Yep.
So
that's right.
Let's see here now as QXC wanted to put down his command center, but unfortunately a puny Zergling underneath prevents the giant several thousand-ton structure from falling on top of it.
Well, they're pacifists. They don't want to hurt anybody, right?
This is where I draw the line. That's what I imagine him saying every time.
That's right.
All right. Let's see here though as QXC trying to rebuild that bunker wall.
Well, SLush trying to go around the outside here. He can, because there is a ramp back there, but yeah, QXC ready to zone things off with those Marines. We may actually see units go back to a place where units seldom go.
Oh, wow. He got dangerously close to that top right corner.
Look at that. That command center, that's from another player that nobody ever knew was there. He just kind of used his resources up. Nobody came to fight him, and he just kind of eventually decayed over time.
Yeah, sad those bunkers had to go that way, too.
Those are even bunkers with the
I was about
upgrade
to
as
say,
well.
Yeah.
That's right. He
they
spent
can
a lot
hold
on
a couple
those bunkers.
Additional Marines.
Yep. It's a big deal, man.
Let's see here. QXC starting to reinforce with siege tanks, though, and siege mode is almost finished up, and those spine crawlers are going to take quite a bit of damage here soon.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right, so SLush going for roaches, going for burrow as well, and look at that. There's already a siege tank in position. Oh, no, and it can hit the hatchery from the choke.
Oh, Incineration zone. I'm sure SLush is so happy right now.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Here come the roaches. It is a lot of roaches. Can they get in there and focus fire the siege tank? They do, but there are two bunkers there.
Yeah.
Does take a little bit of pressure off of SLush, so that is a nice little bonus, I guess you could say. It does buy him a little bit of time.
Where's the next tank at? Looks like it's still not even popped out of the factory quite yet. So a little bit of a gap there while he decided to research siege mode, invested his resources in other ways. QXC does have a lot of forces gathering up, though. Even if they're just Marines, that's a lot of Marines with STEM.
Yep. Oh, look at that. There's like a whole Terran base back there that didn't make it.
I know.
It's like barracks and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at that. Barracks. Huh. All right.
Well, let's see here, though, as QXC, he is going to finish +1 here in just a bit. The Roach speed is almost done as SLush is trying to go around these forces once again. This time it'll be a little more successful as QXC has to stem out of there. Those Roaches would just be too much.
Yep, that's right. So QXC is going to need to pull back some units at least to defend against these Roaches, but I think he should have enough. The supply is still very even for both players. SLush just trying to outmaneuver his opponent right now.
At 12.5 minutes, I think this is the longest game on Incineration Zone I've ever seen.
Could be.
Yes.
Actually, could be. Oh, that's a lot of Marines for QXC.
Yeah, it is. And Roaches have to move through a little choke point there, so a couple more of them go down before they're able to sneak out of there.
Yep.
And, SLush just trying to produce as many units as he can for one big bust, but it's going to be pretty difficult. Let's see, he's just going to try and make his way up and take out a couple of bunkers. One of them does go down, gives him a little bit of additional room to work with.
Yep, 26 Roaches out on the field right now for SLush, so he is kind of still beating QXC a little bit in supply at least. Oh, that Overlord. Oh, he doesn't get away, but no, QXC forced to pull back. Only one bunker there remaining, which SLush will break through quite quickly.
He can siege up right here.
Yes, he can.
That's
yes,
gross.
he can.
That is gross. Oh, God, I'm averting my eyes
you
right now.
know what? You can do the same thing on Telder Altar. I'm just like, all right, you can siege up someone's natural on other maps as well.
That's just true.
Usually not quite so quickly, but...
All right, well, let's see. It looks like SLush is going to go through the bunker up at the front, then start to counterattack a bit, because he knows he's lost a lot of mining over at his natural. He does have a lot of units. Maybe he's going to be able to get in here and do some damage. QXC with a very nice defensive position, though. 2 tanks sitting there dealing out their splash damage already. Are the roaches going to be enough for SLush?
I don't know. He's going to do a lot of damage here. QXC, forced to abandon the natural of SLush and pull back here.
Yeah, just one more tank remaining, and QXC did stay back all of his forces. Not too many medevacs hanging in the air, so that's a lot of permanent damage, but he does have enough to clean up the rest of those roaches. 40 supply deficit now for SLush. Yeah,
SLush not doing a lot of damage to that at all. GG! And QXC taking game 1.